that's what.
And our paths began to cross.
Yes.
I went to write down my name.
Yes. Oh.
That I wanted to give a special number.
Okay.
And that was how you got to know my name.
Yes, that evening I was coordinating. I was asked to coordinate the fellowship for the very first time. I was asked to coordinate who gives a special number, testimonies, and all of that. I was writing down their names, and then you came forward. Brother, I want to give a special number. Was it a testimony I wanted to give?
I think the special
a special number. Yes. So I said, "What's your name?" And he told me your name. So I wrote your name down and asterisked it for the purpose of follow. For the purpose of follow. For follow up after the fellowship.
Fellowship after fellowship.
Yeah.
Wow.
32 years we've been spending Christmas together.
God is faithful.
It's been wonderful. It's really great. God is good.
That brings to my mind how we met.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, it's so interesting how people meet in different ways on their different platforms, on their different atmospheres. Some people meet in public vehicles, some meet in public buildings, some meet in social gatherings, some meet in church. Different ways people meet. It's so interesting, so wonderful when you come to think of it. So thinking about it, how did we really meet?
NYSC. National Youth Service Corps.
Yes.
At the orientation camp. In Janikin.
That was, what year was that?
88 or 89? 88.
88/89 session.
And we finished in
89 after the 88. Yes, I remember clearly at the orientation camp at Janiki. It was quite an exciting time. That was our first experience in the orientation camp. We've heard so much about orientation camp. And at the orientation camp, we were very active in the Christian Corpus Fellowship. We're having fellowship every evening. It was really something to look forward to. And I remember that evening, after the fellowship, they have this bookstore session where they sell Christian books. So I tried going to check out for books, and you were also there. You were asking brother, I think it was Brother Wally then, that very tall brother, brother, how much is that Bible? And immediately I heard your voice, something told me, that's your wife. And, I looked, my wife, and I don't even know this person. Where is this person from? Who is this person? Besides, I wanted to marry somebody from the north, so how can this be my wife? So, but over the time, I now got to know that the person is from the north and all that, and a lot of things began to piece. Wow, this was getting really interesting. Yes, I think that's what.
And our paths began to cross.
Yes.
I went to write down my name.
Yes. Oh.
That I wanted to give a special number.
Okay.
And that was how you got to know my name.
Yes, that evening I was coordinating. I was asked to coordinate the fellowship for the very first time. I was asked to coordinate who gives a special number, testimonies, and all of that. I was writing down their names, and then you came forward. Brother, I want to give a special number. Was it a testimony I wanted to give?
I think the special
number. Yes. So I said, "What's your name?" And he told me your name. So I wrote your name down and asterisked it for the purpose of follow. For the purpose of follow. For follow up after the fellowship.
Fellowship after fellowship.
Yes. That was how the journey began.
And then I remember at the close of the orientation camp, you gave me
I collected your phone number.
3 books.
Okay, was it that time I gave you the books?
Yes, you gave me 3 books.
Yeah.
At the close of the orientation.
Some mini books.
Some 3 mini books. And when I collected them, I was like curious. Why is this brother being so spiritual?
And I wrote something.
He said to my beloved sister Fatima, and I was like, beloved, this kind spiritual brother
of the Lord.
I didn't know that that was a code or a prophecy.
You couldn't decode.
I didn't know that it was a prophecy or a code. And then we got to be doing our Corpus Fellowship on the Days we have CDS.
That was on Wednesdays.
Wednesday,
Meeting on Wednesdays.
And then we kept saying until we started relating as friends. We were actually friends. We were acquaintances first, and we became friends. How are you? Are you doing? And I think you sent Williams, your friend.
No, before then, I collected
my phone
your
number,
your
which
uncle's
I
house
gave
where you were
with
staying.
Threats.
That
I gave it to you with threats that don't call.
No, I think it was after I had called once. And I saw it. I said that I shouldn't call again. Your uncle was very angry and all of that. And the uncle left an instruction that they shouldn't call you people or what.
It was because I told you that because of the security situation.
You didn't explain that. I felt bad that who does this
I
sister
didn't.
think
She
is to tell me not to call
her house.
But later I got over it and I had to send my friend Williams to go and find out.
To go and do John the Baptist.
Whether there was anybody there. Because of some overzealous brothers that were coming to escort after fellowship. And then my friend, Sister Bumi, towards the close of the NYSC was asking me that, brother, are you not going to propose to a sister? I said, I don't want any sister to insult me. She now told me, say, look, say, let me just tell you. Say, there is no sister in that fellowship that you will propose to that can turn down your proposal. I said, Bumi, are you so sure of that? I said, I'm telling you. So if you know any sister you have in mind, just go ahead and go and propose to her. So that gave me some bit of courage. And then
pepped you up.
Yes, and then when I had the last fellowship, that minister that came, forgotten her name now, that reverend. Yes, that reverend somebody that came and said, don't entertain any undefined relationship. So if anybody is coming around, tell them to define the relationship. And that was jokingly or jocularly said, what do you want to see me for? Define the relationship. And I told you that I'm very, very serious. Tomorrow I would like to see you. That was at our personal parade at Police College in Kenya. So when we got to Police College, we went to Zipporah's house. Zipporah was also serving with us, but she's serving there doing her primary assignment in the Police College. So we went to the Zipporah's house and I told you, I delivered my manifesto. It was registered.
And I told you that you'll have to come back for a reply.
Yes.
And you came back the next day.
Was it the next day?
You came back the next day and I said,
the next day?
I said
was it
to
after
you,
1 week?
No, you came back the next day and I said to you, no. You have to wait.
So it was the next day?
That it takes a week.
I thought it was after.
It takes at least
after
a week.
about 1 week that you didn't.
No, I told you it takes about a week to get a reply, and you went away. And after 3 days, you came back again.
Really?
You came back, and I was like, "What is all this hurry now?"
I can't remember.
I will remember that. I said, "What's the hurry all about?"
I thought it was after.
And
like
you said to
2
me,
weeks.
that you're working in a church under a man of God. You don't want him to see you talking to a lady, so you want things straightened out so that you'll be able to go and tell him. But I think one of the things that interested me or caught my attention in your proposal was something you said to me, that you said you'd like us to get into a serious relationship that could end up in marriage, that I should pray and think over it. I never heard that word, think over it. I always felt it was just prayer. Just pray, and that would be it. But that think over it, that day I really thought. I kept thinking until the day I finally replied you. I thought of so many things. But here we are today. No more thinking. It's a reality.
Yeah.
And it's been an interesting journey. No regrets whatsoever.
Yeah.
Thank you,
It
Jesus.
was quite interesting. Quite interesting, like I said, how people can meet, that will, something that looked as though it began in a very, very simple simple way, unassuming, that can now lead into something very, very serious. Something that can end up becoming generational. It's so very, very interesting, how such little things can eventually become something very, very great. It's so wonderful. That's why I think, I believe that people should just be serious about life and be mindful not to take things for granted, because you can never tell what can come out of an encounter that looks so simple and so ordinary, what it may end up becoming. A question from somebody online that I stumbled across. Somebody is asking a question saying, I've been dating my boyfriend for the past 6 years, and whenever I try to bring up the marriage talk, he dismisses it. I want us to get married badly, and I'm considering proposing to him. What should I do?